Okay, I'm on Highway 305 headed towards Bainbridge Island, but I'm in Poulsbo at the intersection of 305 and Lincoln. I'm going to make a left-hand turn on Lincoln. So my office is just up the road there. To the right would be downtown. At the left on the intersection is the Safeway. And then, of course, if we turned left at this light, which is 10th, we would head down towards Central Market. I'm just showing you this so you can get oriented or reoriented, because I know you're starting to really get a feel for Poulsbo. We're going to come up to Caldart, and Caldart, of course, if we turned right there, we would be headed towards the schools, where all the schools are, where Robb, R-A-A-B, Robb Park is located. We're from the intersection of 305 and Lincoln. We're about a mile and a half to the traffic circle that would turn us towards the house on Mary. All right, I'm at Lincoln and Caldart. I just want to point out on this corner, everybody wants to know what the heck is that? It's a ugly mobile home park. That's all there is to it. It isn't going to go anywhere. I mean, someday it might, but in the meantime, it won't. From that corner, Caldart and Lincoln, we're about a mile for the left-hand turn onto Gala Way, which will take us to the house on Mary. You can see there's a little bit of a wider edge here for bikes. Also, there are sidewalks on both sides of the street. Honestly, the mayor is really trying to extend walking sidewalks throughout anything she has control over. Up ahead on the left is a big water tower. So KPUD, Kitsap, I think Public Utility District, KPUD, Public Utility District, that would fall under them. This one little corner has kind of a crazy little manufactured home. Otherwise, you've got quite a few neighborhoods built anywhere from probably the mid 80s all the way to, just in the last 2 years. And as I mentioned, the mayor's kind of been pushing for these bikes and walking paths. So where that sidewalk ends, there's this extended path that's going to go all the way up to the traffic circle. And that traffic circle will be our left-hand turn to head towards the house on Mary. I'll show you when we get to the traffic circle. If we were to go right, we actually just circle right back around, heading back towards Poulsbo and back to where all the schools are located. So this big loops around, nice workarounds if there's some traffic. Of course, we could stay on Lincoln and head to the backside of Suquamish and get into Indianola, or get easily to the Kingston Ferry. So if we turned right there at Knoll Road, that would take us towards Poulsbo, to where the schools are located. But we're making this left into what's called Gala Pines, heading towards the house on Mary. Okay, so maybe a community water system. I'm not positive. This neighborhood is what I would call a scarcity neighborhood. Rarely do houses come up back here in Gala Pines. Most of the homes are going to be around the same age. Different layouts, anything from single stories, multi-levels, split levels, and some 2 stories. Most everybody's going to be on a large lot with mature landscaping, and that's really just because of the age of the homes. We didn't have the really strong guidelines for the Growth Management Act. So, if we were to build this today, they would have to probably put 2 or 3 houses on each lot. You can see, I think this is an HOA, but there's somebody's RV in their front yard. Down there, I see another RV and maybe a portable canopy carport. So it's not one of those HOAs that is extremely oppressive and, is going to dictate you can't do all of this stuff. I am almost certain this is an HOA. Again, we'll take a look, but just giving you an idea of what the neighbors' houses look like. I would live here in a heartbeat. I just think it's a charming neighborhood. There are no sidewalks. It is definitely paved streets, but you know, no sidewalks. Little cul-de-sac up here. And here is our house. You know, from the street, I would say right off the bat, I'm going to go with the fact that it's ready for some exterior paint. I also would very quickly say that it is wanting a new garage door. Possibly these are double pane aluminum windows. I'll take a closer look at that. Quite a nice roof. It looks like either the asphalt tile or potentially cement tile roof. I'll take a look at that when I get a little closer. And then the yard, it has some terrain, so slopiness in the front. The street sits a little higher than the house, not bad, but the yard really dips down over here, and then in the back it looks like it slopes up a little bit. Okay, 2630 Mary Court. So the street is asphalt, as is the driveway, but it has a fairly significant ridge down the middle. To me, it looks like it's ready to have a new coat put over the top. Probably some patching and a new coat. As I mentioned, the yard kind of slopes down. So the house sits below the cul-de-sac. It is I think we're going to find that it's a multi-level. We'll see once we get on the inside. A lot of trees here. I might be tempted. There's a lot of moss on these trees. I don't know how incredibly healthy they are, so I might be tempted to clear some of these out. This will be fairly sunny. This should be western exposure this way, and so northwest exposure. So the front yard should get a lot of nice sun and the grass should grow, but on the sides I'm not sure that you're going to get a ton. Let's see. Not sure this is part of Gala Pines, and I don't know what this would be back here. It's certainly not a house. It looks like an old, not a barn, but an outbuilding that probably is related to that, because that looks like an older farmhouse. Again, I think it's ready for paint. Definitely wants a garage door. The siding is wood. We got gutters going into the storm water. It's definitely ready. This roof, you know, I mentioned that it looked like a good roof. It looks like a newer roof. It's possible that this is a metal roof that looks like a tile, and that the material is metal, and then it has some asphalt type material over the top of it. So I'm going to go with metal. From the distance it looks like tile, but I'm going to go with metal, and it has like the same kind of asphalt type material you would see on a composite shingle. Missing the gate. Certainly the fence needs to be done. So there was probably a fence at one time, but it's very partial. Who knows what? If you want to fence it, I probably, would. I don't think there's any rules against fencing here. For sure, the siding needs love. The sheathing needs paint. And I'm not seeing anything that's making me go, dear God, yet. Stem wall for the foundation, that upturned beam, everything looks good so far. Who knows? They may have had a shed planted here at one point, because there's like microbial growth on this siding. It would make me think that something was here that prevented sunlight from getting back here. Gutters, downspouts look like they're going where they're supposed to. Cute yard. It needs somebody to come in and love it. All these little concrete pads have shifted a bit over time. I probably would rip all of this out and re-pour not only the pads or put in something different, but I would also re-pour or redo this stoop here. I know you know this, but stoops, patios, things like that are poured separately from the house. So the house generally, that when they're getting ready to pour the foundation, they're going to make sure that is all very compact and really great. I always find when they pour the exterior, they haven't done a great job compacting the soil. And so patios like this, they do move around. And same with the stoop, because that's poured after the foundation. So again, I'm looking at the foundation. I don't see anything that is alarming or concerning to me. Definitely paint needs to happen here. This yard definitely was neglected. I see a dandelion forest. Looks to me like they had a little orchard, and I'm going to go with apples and pears maybe. Doesn't really look like cherry blossoms. Maybe a cherry tree on the outer edge. Again, these are all aluminum frame windows. And this one definitely has a failed gasket. I'll take a closer look when I get on the inside, but that one definitely has a failed gasket, probably a failed gasket there. Again, we need paint. You got microbial growth. This could be pressure washed and then painted. So a lot of ferns that will be coming up. Looks like this is a compost. We'll take a look at what the septic system is. I don't see a riser, which wouldn't be uncommon for this age of home, and that would be probably buried underground. They'll have to unearth it to do the septic work. And I don't see the drain field caps. Again, that would be something if we were building today. So we have a very minor crack here. What I would consider more like a hairline crack. We still want to caulk that. And of course, the home inspector is going to tell you more. Looks like they may have had a gate, fence here. This just needs to come off. So the trim piece is fine. It's this, whatever was attached to this little rot at the bottom. Okay, we've got a downspout just washing out. I like to put extensions on those in the winter just so the rainwater isn't washing right at your foundation wall. And I think we talked about these pins. So these pins are there when they pour the foundation. It is the framing for the foundation, and typically those get cut off. Home inspector would say cut those off. They've got double screens on their crawl space vents, and nothing else I can see that's exciting. So big news is paint is needed. Maybe needs some windows repaired. Kind of a fun entryway. Again, I think you could do some cool stuff here. So let's get inside. Okay, just come in from the front covered stoop, and we come in onto tile. I'm sure this is original. It's like solid as a rock original. Might be impossible to remove, and I don't know that I would remove it. This is one of those houses that I would probably write my very best offer on, but I would also note that it is not going to be the layout for everybody because it is very 70s. So we come in and we're coming into an entryway, and then off of this are options. So it functions a bit like a split level and a multi-level home. So you're always going to have to take stairs, and you're always going to have to take stairs to get to a bathroom. And for some people, that's not a great thing, but also it's upside down. So I haven't gone through it yet, but I think all of our living spaces are going to be here, and all of our sleeping spaces are going to be up. And then there's a little office bedroom right here, the garage, and a coat closet. Right off the bat, I'd be so tempted to find the coolest doors, like with, windows in them, a very mid-century door. I would be very tempted to go real mid-century hard on this. Very cool lighting. I'd be very tempted to shiplap over the popcorn. This could be a very super cool house. It is not going to be for everybody, which might be beneficial. because of the layout, the floating stairs and all of that. So we're going to go straight ahead and we're going to look at this room on this floor first. You can see they have it set up as kind of a den space. It is a very long room. That's probably at least 15 feet long. And the laundry is in here. So once again, I'm just kind of pointing out things that wouldn't work for everybody, but I know you kind of have a love for unique layouts. And so this could be something that would work for you. I don't recall if there's a pre-inspection on this house, but for sure it needs to either be pre-inspected or has to have an inspection contingency. While it's certainly old, we've got a couple of water stains on the ceiling. And again, while it looks old, I'm not smelling anything that says we've got mold or anything like that. There's some overspray of some sort or something in this corner. Doesn't smell like pets. I can't tell you what it is. Maybe something hit the floor and spilled. Don't know, but you know, those sorts of things make me think it'd be worth a home inspection. This has a failed gasket on it. These can be repaired, but big windows like this are expensive. Frankly, if I was looking at the cost to repair this, I might also think about the cost to replace it. If we're only a couple $1,000s difference, I'd probably replace it. But wow, what a great room. And I'm gonna go with this being like a bonus room, family room, very large den. All the doors are the hollow core flat panel wood, like just this side of balsa wood. This is going to lead us into the garage. This is a fire door from back in the day. There's no step into the garage, which is nice. It's really dark in here because light bulbs are burnt out. There's a drop down set of stairs here, so that's going to get to probably storage above this space. Concrete generally looks in good shape, kind of what I would anticipate for a home this age. I already mentioned the garage door needs to be replaced. I would be even afraid to try to open it up. It looks pretty bad. Panel. You know, I don't see the things that I hate about panels. It is definitely an original panel. Because of that, it doesn't have a main breaker. It just, so if there was something that needed to, we have a kitchen fire and we need to turn off, you know, the breakers, we got to come out and turn off everything. Okay. Again, they've wired some things, just things that you expect because the house is older. They've got a light in the ceiling here, but see the outlet, but then also the switch. So, you know, things that you would want to do. Again, kind of what I would anticipate normal concrete hairline type cracks really wouldn't be anticipated for this age of home. It's not something that worries me. Okay, back out to this main level. Again, the front door. Again, I'd love to spend all your money, but this to me, we put glass doors in. If possible, do we put a really cool transom window over the top just to get this to kind of flood with some light? Probably our coat closet. Okay, water heater is in here. And the carpet has recently been replaced, so the house smells like carpet. This looks like a newer water heater, has an expansion tank, but it's not giant. It'd probably be fine for the two of you, but maybe someday you want to do something different there. Okay, we're going to go downstairs. I bet the carpet is over wood. Might be fun to expose that at some point. So our furnace is in here. And I bet they've been using this as overflow pantry. Sequence. So this is old. It is old. But, you know, feels cozy in here. I'm guessing it's still working well, but that would be something you want to put in your mind as, you know, maybe a budget item for the future. Love this layout. It's just a really awesome living room. I'm guessing they have this covered to prevent downdraft. It is okay, so it's a fireplace that has a gas line into it, possibly, or it's a wood fireplace that has a really old-fashioned blower unit. That may be what it is, a blower unit. Popcorn, of course, through here. Looks well encapsulated. It doesn't look flaky or crumbly, but definitely dates the space. Definitely failed window gaskets here. I mean, that's what it looks like. Maybe could be rain water on the outside. So I don't know what to say about that. It's a super cool floor plan. Oh, my goodness. All right. Eating kitchen. This is newer. Honest to goodness, I wish they'd done this through the whole house. This color, it goes to me with the whole mid-century thing. I don't know if I ever showed you the before and after photos of client bought a house from me that had this exact same kitchen, except for the countertops were like bright orange. They painted these and they changed out the hardware and they put on new counters. They just didn't change out the cabinets, which it just turned out beautiful. This would not be real wood. This would not be real wood. So this is all like MDF. But what they did with theirs was, it just turned out great. So good workspace, in my opinion. Got electric cooktop. These need love. It needs love. Obviously, we have a failed gasket there. Got these tube lights here, so I might try to put flat lights in, down workspace type lights. They replaced that light. Actually is really cool. And this one has a failed gasket, but super cool eating kitchen. You know, if you wanted to expand the kitchen, you could move into this space because you have this, you know, dining space out here. God, I hope my appointment's not running too long here. All right, let's go upstairs. So 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, plus that little office we had at the main entry. So linen. So master, very nice size. This is a queen, but there's plenty for a king if you need it. Obviously a big failed window there. This is marble, exposed vanity. Privacy door separating the commode and the shower. This has all been done recently. Same cabinet there, and then a little walk-in closet, scuttle access. Okay. And yeah, very cute. Nice size spare bedrooms. Wardrobe closet. It's a deep wardrobe. And then, okay, all the bedrooms are nice size. I like it. Another wardrobe closet. All the windows need love. Okay. Rolled vinyl. Again, the original box, the original light. This looks like, yeah, a metal tub with a ceramic on it. These were updated. This is probably the original tile. It needs caulk and maybe some grout, but nice. Okay, that's the house on Mary Court.